Hello, Zach Larson here, co-founder and chief architect of the solution that you're about to be presented from Small Business Development Group. Listen, I appreciate your time, and I know you don't have a lot of it, so we're just going to jump right in. I've got 3 primary topics I want to cover with you. I'm going to try and knock it out in under 10 minutes, but we have a lot of ground to cover. By the way, I apologize for my voice. It's the holidays, as I'm sure everybody else dealt with. I got sick, but I don't have time to wait for my voice to come back. I got to get this information out. Got to make sure you understand what we're trying to accomplish with our small business clients. A little background on us. I've consulted over 10,000 small businesses in the federal market in the last decade. We combine that with the experience of my colleagues, the number gets pretty staggering. And what we're going to cover are some of the most important tenets of competition for small businesses that we've learned over that time. But before we get into that, I want to tell you what we're not going to cover. We're not going to tell you everything's available at sam.gov for bid. We're not going to tell you that some magic software is going to bring you all the perfect contracts and match you to the perfect bid opportunities. We're not going to tell you you need to get a GSA schedule or sign up for some service or get a certification, because all of that stuff by itself is not going to help you win a contract. We're going to talk with you about the things that we believe will absolutely help you compete for and win contracts in the federal market. So let's jump in. Number 1, on this portal, if you've landed here and you're watching this video, then you received some sort of an email communication from us that told you that there's an event coming up. And as you go down and scroll down this portal, you'll see that we provided direct access to the event information, direct links, supporting information from the SBA and PTAC about how to prepare for these events. The bottom line is we feel these small business events are very effective means for you, especially in this day and age with everything we've been dealing with. You used to have to go to these events in person. You used to have to buy a plane ticket and buy a hotel reservation and buy a ticket to the event itself. Now you're able to actually go and attend virtually for no cost other than your time and have one-on-one capabilities briefings with key individuals at these events. So we feel for a small business, these events are a great way for you to get your brand out there. And we're going to talk a little bit more about how we support that in a minute. But in terms of this portal, you've got these free resources. We're providing these to you so that you can make your best first impression at these events. You understand what you need to do to prepare. You understand what you need to do to execute, so that when you meet these individuals, you're able to make the type of impression that might lead to federal work and business. Okay, so that's this portal, and this information is available to you for free. You don't need to pay us. You don't need to schedule an appointment, nothing. If, however, you're of the opinion that you would like to seek our professional counsel to help you maximize the event, that is one of the things that I want to talk to you about. So we offer something called a Matchmaker Package. I'll tell you right up front, it's $1,250 doing that package. Many of the businesses that we meet with, quite frankly, aren't ready to participate in one of these events. Most companies don't have an optimized SBA profile. They don't clearly state and communicate what they do and how they do it and how they're differentiated. They don't have a high-quality capability statement ready to deliver upon request at the event. And they don't have the experience of attending events like this, so they're not really sure exactly how it plays out in terms of the back and forth, how it plays out, the questions they should ask, the answers that they should be prepared to provide, and how to maximize that engagement and turn that into opportunity. So in our Matchmaker Package, we're going to, number 1, optimize your SBA profile based on the keywords and the language that the winning contractors that are winning contracts with this agency in your industry sector, the language and the words they're using in their profiles. So we're going to help you optimize that profile. That's step 1. Step 2, we're going to take that information and we're going to use it to create your capability statement. So here's some examples of capability statements we've created for clients. Our job, our goal, our mission is for your capability statement to represent the best of your brand as it pertains to the federal market and help you make a great first impression. Once we've got the SBA profile and the capability statement created, the next step is coaching. We're going to have a 1-hour coaching session. Likely it's going to be with me, and I'm going to provide for you a 23-page engagement strategy that talks to you about the different players in the market and what their roles are, what their motivations are, and how to effectively communicate with them. That includes small business specialists, contracting officers, program and project managers, the key influencers and decision makers, and each of those individuals has a different role, a different set of priorities, and a different motivation. And so understanding how to effectively communicate with them is key to getting positive outcomes from these events and engagements. And then finally, we're going to provide a post-event debriefing where we're going to cover with you the material, the insights, the guidance that you received at the event, and make sure that you understand what your next steps are to take action on that. So if you're interested in maximizing your opportunity at this upcoming event, then you really should consider the Matchmaker Package. Schedule an appointment with one of our consultants. They can walk through the specifics with you. Okay, there's another faction of folks that are watching this video that say to themselves, yeah, the event's great. I want to attend the event, but I want to know more. I want to know about what you can do for me on a broader scale, on a larger scale to help my business compete for federal contracts. If that's your mindset, then this next package is probably what you're interested in learning more about. Number one, these events, like the one that you see in this portal, quite frankly, they're very hard to find. I'd imagine you have a difficult time finding them. Most of the businesses that we deal with have no idea how to coordinate these events in a consistent manner, be able to find them, evaluate them, and decide where they want to go, which ones they want to attend. So we have created a calendar called Federal.Events. It is a calendar system that is specifically aggregating and placing into a single interface all the federal events that are coming up for the year that we're able to track down and evaluate. When we find an event, we place it on the calendar. We give you all the details. You have direct link access to the event itself, all of the information about the registration portals. That is the first of 3 benefits that we provide to help you brand yourself and continue to have these engagements with these federal decision makers and influencers. Number 2 goes back to that keyword optimization that we talked about earlier with your SBA marketing profile. 85% of the companies that are registered for government work as small businesses do not have optimized marketing profiles. The federal government has to conduct market research. They have to look for small businesses before they post a contract out for full and open competition. If you don't have the right keywords, if you don't have the right capabilities narrative, if you don't have your past performance listed, if you're missing information that's critical during that evaluation process, you will not be considered. Here's how you know if you have an optimized profile or not. Have you received any phone calls or emails from federal buyers? If you haven't, then you probably have a suboptimal profile. That's something we need to fix. That's the second piece of our process. The third piece, which to me is the most important, it's the most valuable. There is an agency out there right now. There's a federal agency, whether they're posting in SAM, whether they're posting contracts for you to bid on, there is a federal agency that is your best potential customer for your first or next federal contract. Period. End of story. The challenge is you don't know who they are. You haven't conducted the research to figure out who gives your company its best next chance to win a contract. Headline: less than 50% of small business contracts are posted at sam.gov. Next headline: about 25% of those contracts only receive one offer. Most people can't believe those statistics are true, but they are. So what you need to do is in-depth market research to figure out, based on the core competencies of your company, who is your best next federal customer. Our market research report identifies not just by spending and not just by contract frequency, but also level of competition, level of visibility, complexity versus simplicity of the contract acquisition process, number of offers received, margin, how likely they are to award to a first-time contractor working with that agency. All of those factors blended together allow us to prioritize and triage which agencies you should be focused on and building your brand and building your awareness with that customer in the federal market, because they give you your best chance to win your next contract. That package, which includes the federal events calendar for all of the events, the SBA marketing profile optimization, keyword optimization, and the market research effort, including your keywords and codes to find your next best federal customer, is Hey everyone, it's Zach. This is an update to this video, so I sound a little bit less hoarse than I did when we shot this a couple weeks ago. But this is a really important update, and I needed to make you aware of it and get it in here because I think you're going to be very happy with what the tool now allows you to do with the data that we've researched. So, as you already know, this report is the foundation of what we think is a strategy for business development, small business development in the federal market, helping you target, analyze, and prioritize the opportunities that give you the best ROI potential. Now, though, at the end of the report, you have this Target Data Dashboard. And this dashboard allows you to take the data set from this market research effort and drill the data down based on whatever criteria you want. So let's say you've got a specific keyword you want to go after. You want to go after strategic planning contracts. You see there's 54 of them for 28.9 million. You click the filter. It filters it down immediately for you. You want to see the strategic planning contracts or the planning contracts that only got one offer. Fine, let's do that. Now we're down to 9. And you can see here are the contracts, right? The single contracts for those offices. But here's how much they've spent in your data set. So you can eyeball pretty quickly and say, okay, this office did 29 contracts for 32 million in my data set. They're probably worth having an initial conversation with. Here's that strategic planning contract. It was for $45,000. The contact information is going to be right here. This is a sample report, so it's redacted, but you'll have their name, you'll have their phone number, you'll have their email. And really the goal here, guys, is to let you take this data and take action on it. And the next piece is even better than this, in my opinion, because it's been the most requested feature we've had since we created this report. And that is the ability to come down to this icon, click on it, and that project management, strategic planning contract, or whatever contract you were interested in looking at, once you check the box, you now can click this arrow and have a pre-written email customized to your DUNS number, your cage code, your business, with your custom principles about what you do, and referencing the contract that you just saw in your data set. And the rest of this email we constructed for you. We've been doing these for years, and these are the types of emails that get our clients capabilities briefings with the small business specialists that then help them engage with the key decision makers in the program and the contracting offices. So this bolt-on of both the dashboard and the email client is being added to this package, and we're not raising the price. So you just heard before I came on here, last time I said it was $3,200 for the package. It's still $3,200, and you're getting these 2 new features included. So I hope you're excited about that. Anyway, let's go back before I broke in and continue this video to the end. Thank you. If you're interested in having a further discussion about how that package applies to you and whether or not it makes sense for you, schedule an appointment on the screen, and the consultant will have a further discussion with you about that package. So, again, in summary, enjoy the free resources we provided for the event. Everything is here for you on this portal. If you're interested in maximizing this event and getting the most out of it, consider our Matchmaker package. If you're interested in a bigger picture, foundational setup to put yourself in position to compete and win federal contracts on a larger scale, consider our foundational package. And in either case, we really look forward to speaking with you, working with you, and above all else, good luck on your federal contracting journey. Thank you for your time and watching this video.